Were you not entertained? What is going on, everyone? The Home Run Derby is now completed, and Pete Alonso is your champion. He takes down Vlad Guerrero Jr., who, realistically, he was the star of the night. He was the show. Vlad Guerrero Jr.? Ridiculous! 91 home runs. That second round with Joc Pederson, we'll get into it. But what a night. I will say it was very, 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 very entertaining. The ball was flying out of the ballpark left and right. Now, were the balls juiced? Okay, yeah, I mean, come on. There's no denying it. There's no way the ball should be leaving at that type of rate. And you even have Justin Verlander coming out pretty harshly on the MLB when it comes to juiced balls all throughout the league in general in regular season play. But on top of that, you can tell that there is something going on with these balls because left and right, the ball is leaving the ballpark whatsoever. But it's the Home Run Derby. That's what it's for. Wouldn't you rather have it be that way for this type of event? Who wants to see these players have ground balls to shortstop or have fly balls to left field? The point of it is to see things like that second round happen like it did tonight. Now, I will say I love the format. I do. The 4-minute thing, you can have a timeout whenever you want, and if you crush a ball long enough 2 times, you get an extra 30 seconds. I'm cool with that format. The question comes in, should it be player versus player? Should it be that way? Because you had a scenario where Pete Alonso ends up going to the finals after only hitting 20 home runs, and Joc Pederson gets eliminated with 39 dingers after a couple overtime periods there with Vlad Guerrero, and he gets knocked out. Where here's the argument that my one buddy made. Well, that's like saying in the third round of the NCAA March Madness tournament, there's a fantastic game that goes 90-89 and there's a buzzer beater, and then the next round, you win in a different way. You win by 30. So just because round 3 ended one way, well, what does that have to do with going and how the next round plays out? That was a fair assessment. That was a fair way to look at it. But with this, I think it shouldn't be player versus player. They almost nailed this to perfection. This is way better than the old school ways with the 10 outs or whatever the case may be with what they used to play around with. This format is great. I would just like to see it be open more, so it's not 1 versus 1. It's more of an open field, so if you crush the most homers, you still stay alive, and it doesn't matter as the 1 versus 1 aspect, because you can go up against Vlad Guerrero Jr., lose, but your score could have beaten anybody else. That's how I would like to see it in reality. But overall, that's a little bit of some nitpicking because the storyline was Vlad Guerrero Jr. all night, and realistically, he made it to the final, so it's hard to justify being angry because of that. He made it to the finals and lost fair and square at the end, which it would be 1 versus 1 at the end anyway. It's just the way that I look at it as a whole. I do love the way they do it, though. The break, everything involved with it, it's fantastic. This was so entertaining. This was unreal, and especially that second round. I hate to say that that's the storyline coming out of this. I congratulate Pete Alonso. He battled and won when he needed to and hit enough home runs when he had to, but Vlad Guerrero Jr. and Joc Pederson going after it, battling the 29 homers, and then going to extra time, and then having the 3 swings. Come on, that place was electric. Now, not everyone loves the Home Run Derby. It's just, am I going to sit there and just watch people take batting practice? That's how some fans feel about the Home Run Derby. I'll wait till the All-Star game, or hell, I'll skip the All-Star week as a whole. I won't watch anything. Now, I don't feel that way. I'm just saying as a general person who doesn't enjoy it. I find that amazing. When you have a competitive battle of 2 guys that want to advance to the next round and they are murdering the baseball left and right, and there's 20 seconds left, and he needs 3 more homers, and he hits the 2 dingers, and he needs 1 more. The clock's down to 5. He hits a ground ball. They need to get another pitch off. The energy and what's at stake is crazy. I love that. That's awesome to me. I find that so cool as a sports fan. I'm locked and loaded. I'm dialed in. I'm engaged. But are you? Do you get hype for this? Or do you just, I'll tune in? Or do you scratch it as a whole? Because it's not for everyone. Not everyone loves it. Could you argue it's the best skills competition in an all-star game? You have what the NBA does where they dribble through the cones, they pass it, they got to make a layup and shoot a three-pointer. The NHL skills competition, fastest skater, things of that nature, accuracy shooting. This is the competition part of it. Is this the best? Does this have the most energy surrounding it? I'll tell you what, it's hard to argue that. Because when Vlad Guerrero was up, when his hair was flying around, when he was putting 300% into every swing, those fans in Cleveland were going nuts. As was I on my couch. Now, round 1 for Vlad, 29 homers, which was a record. Round 2, 40 homers. Now, like I said, extra time, but 40. And round 3, he had 22, 91 dingers this guy rocked. And going into this thing, people were arguing that, really? We're going with Vlad Guerrero? Huh. How entertaining is that going to be? Well, let me tell you something. I don't know if there's been one to that degree in quite some time. That was fascinating. Must-watch television, in my opinion. There were other guys who made some noise. Ronald Acuna had times where he was rocking and rolling and his swing was outstanding. There was some energy involved with other guys. But Vlad Guerrero stole the headlines, and Pete Alonso was the one to win it. And I'm not hating because he's a Met as a Philadelphia Phillies fan. When it comes to stuff like this, I don't hold grudges compared to where you play. I don't hate anyone in these environments. You see these players, once it comes down to this type of weekend, they dap each other up. They're boys. It's cool, man. These guys grow up all their life, right? And they get to be surrounded by the best of the game. And some of these players have looked up to these athletes for how long trying to get to where they are now? So I take a load off when I'm a fan watching this kind of stuff. I don't hold grudges. I don't hate Ronald Acuna in this situation. I don't hate Pete Alonso. Why? They're out there just competing, having a good time, hitting some homers. One thing that stood out to me though is some of the pitches I saw. I forget who it was off the top of my head and who he was pitching to. Oh, that bothers me that I can't remember off the top of my head right now. It really does, but regardless, he's throwing 2-seamers that are tailing out to the outside corner. He's throwing inside pitches. He's throwing these pitches that are high. You're wasting time for your guy to rock some dingers. All around, though, edge of my seat, screaming, maybe a fist pump here and there, eyebrows just raised, eyeballs. Are you kidding me? Slapping the girlfriend. Are you seeing this? Are you seeing what's happening? She's not even paying attention because why the hell would she care one bit about this? She's like, I don't care about this crap. And I said, touche. Touche. She said, when can I put on The Bachelorette? I said, right now, I guess. And then I put it on my laptop next to me. That's what we do. But I'm excited for the All-Star game tomorrow. I think that's going to be unbelievable. I'm a huge, huge fan of the All-Star game. And this is the first step. To me, the Home Run Derby is very watchable. So here's my question to you. Are you a fan of the Home Run Derby? Is it must-watch television to you? Or do you die out because, listen, you have a little bit of break of baseball, you take that break? 2, how do you feel about the format? Do you think it should be player versus player? Or should it be, well, Joc Pederson hit 39 dingers. Why is he eliminated, but other guys, Pete Alonso, move on when he only hit 20? Why is that fair? Why should it be that way? Or do you agree with the March Madness mindset of it? Listen, because a round 2 game is a buzzer beater, and it's exciting and it's beautiful for what it is in the sport of basketball. Well, how does that relate to the next round? You can't control what other teams do in that round and kind of put it in perspective with the March Madness bracket. It's a fair way to look at it. I think the MLB has done a great job with this home run derby to bring it back, to bring back juice surrounding it. They're so close to perfecting it. I would like to see the player versus player out of it and keep it where they do the 4 minutes, the timeout, and things of that nature. That's how I would approach this. So, with that being said, congratulations to Pete Alonso. Let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you next time.